Welcome to Module 3. This week we are going to talk about designing online content. As if teaching is not complicated enough, teaching online requires you to think a little differently about how you design content, how you communicate that content. We're going to talk about two special components of teaching online related to designing. The first is course quality standards. What does quality instruction look like? What are the kind of recognized standards? There are three primary rubrics that are widely used across the United States, both at the higher education level, where they are all three probably more well known, and at the K-12 level. We are going to look at one of those rubrics, and that rubric is the Exemplary Course Program rubric, ECP. It is a free rubric from Blackboard. The fact that it's free is one of the reasons I like it so well, but I also really like this one the best because it's written for faculty. The other two rubrics, one is Quality Matters and the other is called OSCQR, OSCQR. The OSCQR rubric and the Quality Matters rubric are both great rubrics. They're written for instructional designers. The ECP rubric, that one is written for faculty. So that rubric has a lot of standards that talk about designing online and some of the things that need to be in your course, because when students are away from you physically, there are things that you have to give them that you would just naturally do for them face to face. So this reminds you to have that content in your course. The other thing we're going to talk about this week is a concept called chunking. Now, if you've been teaching for a while, you're aware of what chunking means in the regular classroom. It means to put like content with like content, and that's also what it means in the online classroom. But there's also a concept called visual chunking, which you also have to think about when you are teaching online. Visual chunking is about how the eye roams the screen. We read the screen in a Z is how we look at screens, how we roam the screen and how we use headings, bold, colors, images to move the student's eye through things so that they can find content, but also so in 3 weeks after reviewing content, they can go back to study for an exam and they can re-find content without having to dig and hunt and look for things. So we're going to talk about chunking within a modules. So kind of like I've got modules 1 through 8 in this course. You have modules for chunking. Within a module, you have pages, and within a page, you chunk that out so that students can easily find content. Those are the things we're going to talk about this week. You have a major assignment due this week. As always, contact me if you have any questions or need any assistance. I'm pretty quick on email. I'm not as quick for face-to-face, but I will make time for you. Have a great week.